Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, chat? Welcome. If you are new around here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below and put your bell notification on as well. So always do get notified when a video does go live. It's a massive week for Liverpool Football Club. We will be having our pre-match build-up show tomorrow night on the channel for the Liverpool versus Aston Villa game. Hopefully, I do see us in that show as well. And if you're wanting to jump on, you're very welcome to. Just drop us a message in the comment section below on tomorrow. Well, in this live stream anyway, if you are watching on the repeat, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you are smashing that like button as well. Big up, Jack, mate. Hope you're well, John. Not too bad, mate. Thank you for tuning in, fella. It's obviously we're speaking about the main man, Divock Origi. Anyway, it has been. Well, we'll speak about tonight. Obviously, it has been confirmed from the Athletic today. Obviously, you can check out the full extent of this interview. Great piece from The Athletic. It is in the video description link. So do head over there, the official confirmation from the story. But I want to know, I hope you had a good day anyway, Reds, but what is it like? We'll speak about Divock Origi, the importance, what this will mean in relation to going into, for the Reds, really going into next season, potentially Liverpool. Who do we delve into the transfer market? There's a lot of different avenues and strings that we will be speaking about in tonight's episode. But make sure you are smashing that like button as well and getting involved in tonight's news stories anyway, everyone. But as I've said, the Divock Origi, the GOAT, set to leave for AC Milan. I'll be disappointed, and I'm pretty sure all of us will be. It'd be great to see Divock Origi potentially get a lot more minutes at AC Milan. They are going for the Serie A title. It's gone all the way to the wire. Similar to the Premier League, the Serie A title is going down to the last game of the season, and potentially AC Milan are in the driving seat, potentially winning their Italian Scudetto or whatever you want to call it. But it's great to see AC Milan back at the top of Italian football anyway. Keep on getting your comments in, Reds, as well. Let me know your thoughts onto the news stories. So we'll speak about the footy as well. Big results in the Premier League tonight. Everton Football Club pulling it back. Massive 3 points for them. It's massive for the city. It is massive for Merseyside to have two Premier League sides within the Premier League. Well, two Merseyside teams within the Premier League. It would have been massive. It would have been detrimental, really, to the city. Obviously, a loss of revenue in terms of what it does bring into the city of Merseyside, having Liverpool and Everton in the Premier League as well. But big up Yusuf as well. Thank you very much for dropping in the comment section below. It absolutely bloody legend. But as John said there, make sure you are smashing that like button as well, everyone. Really just help the channel, get it out to more Reds and just football fans in general. Whether you're a neutral fan, we would just love speaking all things football. But as John said there, be sad day to see Divock Origi leave the Reds, but I wish him nothing but the absolute best as well. And big up everyone as well. Make sure you are smashing that like button, as I said. And Luca, thank you very much for continuing to support my channel, mate, as well. Every single one of you is really do appreciate it. Massive supporter of the channel, Luca. Obviously, Arsenal couldn't quite get that result over the line. Still, you're relying on Norwich, really, aren't you, mate? But it's Spurs and it's Arsenal. Both teams are serial bottlers, but if there's one team that can bottle a lead, really, it's Tottenham Hotspur. You'd expect them. All the pressure is probably on Arsenal. Obviously, the great result for Newcastle United. I tell you what, the turnaround really from a Newcastle point of view. Yeah, you can speak about the money and everything that Eddie Howe's spent, but he's still got to do. He still had the job to do. They were bottom of the Premier League, weren't they, a couple of months ago? And it's great to see Eddie Howe and the Newcastle lads bounce back. Bruno, for them, he's I'm not even going to pronounce his second name, but the Brazilian lad Bruno, he's been absolutely phenomenal for them, and over the last couple of weeks, especially the recent result against Arsenal, what a bloody signing. What update, one of the signings of the January window just gone anyway. But how you doing, mate? Great signing for Milan. Lord will do brilliant. Connor, I will drop you the link, matey, on Twitter. You're very welcome to join, mate. I'm not seeing you. You probably are busy, but I'll drop you the link anyway. And if anyone wants to just let us know. I'll drop the link into the chat anyway. If we can find Con. But yeah, there we go, matey. We had a great show with the 1892 Reds podcast. We haven't seen it. We done a show earlier on tonight, obviously previewing all the Premier League footy. I watched the Aston Villa game versus Burnley. Burnley took the lead 1-0. Should have had potentially a shout for a penalty, a second penalty within that game. Burnley for a potential handball on Digne, but it wasn't being given. I was very surprised it wasn't given, but it's all to play for. If you're a Leeds fan and Burnley, you're absolutely shitting your kecks, aren't you? Down there in the bottom, I tell you what, there. Not too bad, Luca. How you doing, matey? Hope you're well. Let me know what you've all been up to, chat as well. Happy for the City, Jack, but would have been funny to see Everton go down. Yeah, it would have been funny, mate, but I've got a lot of I think it's probably different if you're a Liverpool fan outside the city. I've got a couple of family relatives, and a lot of my close mates are Everton fans as well. Not a lot of them, but it has been depressing for them, really, the football. And they've been open with me. They've said we have been an absolute shambles, and the one main man, Calvert-Lewin, coming back to save them, really. It's about he's a lot of disgruntled Everton, a lot of my Everton mates, that he's been an absolute shambles, and I think they'd be happy. Yes, they've survived the Premier League, but I think a lot of Everton fans will be happy to see him gone off the back of the season, because he's been nothing short than abysmal, really, and he's probably one of the main reasons Everton are down there. Not just Calvert-Lewin, but a lot of the players. At least Pickford, he's more or less been like De Gea at Manchester United over the last couple of seasons. Pickford, if it wasn't for Pickford, I think they would be in the Championship by now. But yeah, John, they have lived with these days anyway. The Evertons, imagine them in the Championship, but how bad they would have been. It would have been difficult, Scouser, wouldn't it? Obviously, in relation to keeping them in the division, in reality, really. But as I say, no team is ever too big to go down in relation to the Championship, and it will be interesting to see how next season does pan out, whether Everton will be in that same position. And I think from an Everton point of view, you'd hope that they're not, from their point of view, from their perspective, really. Scouser, nice one for tuning in, mate. Make sure you are smashing that like button, everyone. I'll be reading out the Athletic article anyway, the quotes in a little second, everyone. But making sure you get to all your comments. Big up Connor as well. Hope you're well. Luca, we gone and bottled it. Luca, but it's still a young, inexperienced side, Arsenal. But I think given the position in which Arsenal were in, I think you probably hindsight, you're like, oh, you should have really got that over the line, really. I think always getting a point was massive. Not that we wanted a point, but I think from an Arsenal point of view, you look at that game and go, right, that's 2 points off Tottenham, but it's be interesting. There's a lot. It's a big season for a lot of clubs next season. Obviously, Chelsea, whatever happens with their owners, how they reinvest in terms of the players. Obviously, a lot of their defenders are going. Arsenal, whether they go out and spend big again. Obviously, they spent a lot of money, similar with Newcastle. Their owners will have expectations, and they've got a big budget, and they can go out. And I think they've been linked with Paqueta of Leon, another Brazilian coming into Newcastle. So it would be a massive sign if they could get that over the line in the summer. Gutted. Nice one, Paul. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Gutted for Origi's going, but he's wish him the very best of luck and respect to the lad, a true LFC legend as well, Paul. Yeah, I think chat, let us know the best quality, as well as Divock scoring goals against the Ev, that we'll miss, but it is best quality, Paul and chat. Would you agree? Let us know is how professional he's been at Liverpool Football Club in relation to he's not whinged. A lot of players in his position. That's the beauty of Jurgen Klopp and how good he is in relation to getting the best of the players. And him and Pep Guardiola, we joke about Pep Guardiola having lots of money to spend, but you've still got to do the job and really manage the players on the peripheral, really, in terms of both squads. But Jurgen Klopp, he says it himself. He jokes, and every single match week he's like, "Oh, I've got Elliott in the stand. I've got Origi sometimes when he's not on the bench. He's got so much quality within that team, and Divock Origi is professionalism, and it'll be a massive." Especially if AC Milan do go on to win the Italian league this season, he will 100% add to the quality in which AC Milan already do have. But it will be an opportunity. Chat, let us know. Do you foresee Takumi Minamino? We've already seen Taki banging a load of goals already this season in the FA Cup and the League Cup, and obviously the goal this weekend against Southampton. Will Taki, would you say, chat, let us know, take over the mantle of Divock Origi of being that important player? Obviously, Taki's already taken over the torch, to say, really, from Divock Origi scoring pivotal goals this season. But there's still one big Divock Origi moment. We've still got 2 more big games to go. You never know, could score the winner for Liverpool. We'll speak about that tomorrow anyway. But still room to improve anyway. To see Arsenal in Europa, we're going to have a bad season next year. You never know, Luca. It could be a positive, really, learning curve anyway. Scouser, spot on there, mate, as I said. Divock's great character. He's unbelievable. A high professional. Goals, but never really made it in his many years here. But none of that matters as he's owned his role. 100% there, Scouts. In relation to, as you said, his character, his professionalism, most importantly, Jurgen Klopp's, the amount of interviews he spoke about Divock Origi in terms of being if not one of Liverpool's best finishers within the squad. And it'd be intriguing to see how Divock Origi does apply himself in Italy next season. In terms of, I think he will potentially, obviously, you've got the Portuguese winger, Rafa Leao, is it? The young lad, and obviously is Zlatan Ibrahimovic going to be getting a contract come the end of next season, and Giroud, he's been a massive signing for them off the back of his Chelsea move and going to Italy. And tell you what, it would be the underrated strikers. Tell you what, Giroud, if you look back in his career in the next 5 to 10 years when he does retire, he's got to be up there for one of the most underrated strikers in world football that there has been in football. He's a player similar to like Divock Origi. He doesn't command all the big headlines. They do the job. I tell you what, that would be some naughty partnership. Divock Origi with Olivier Giroud or Zlatan Ibrahimovic as well, to add to the glittering collection of great talented footballers in AC Milan. A sad day, the Anfield Lark. Nice one, mates. Thank you for tuning in, fella. 100% will be. And as we said, we've got a European final. So we're not too bad, is it, to go off the back of whatever that does happen. We'll speak about that tomorrow. But it will be a sad day to see Div leaving, mate. But I'm happy for him, most importantly, to see that he is, and he will be getting that move to a great, historic, massive club in Italy, especially if they are coming off the back of a potential league title win. He's going in there with a lot. He will be going in there with a lot of confidence. Hopefully, he's got the European medal under his wing this season. Obviously, the FA Cup and League Cup medals as well to add to his collection. But it's absolutely massive. There's talk that they could start the season down point, Jack. In relation to that, John, who was that, mates? Let me know. But yeah, let us know, mates. Is that AC Milan or another team that you're talking about? Didn't expect Leeds to be down there, to be honest. Danny, yeah, it's when Leeds deserve to go down in reality, don't they, Danny, in chat? You conceded what, 50 odd plus Premier League goal. If you concede in that shit, is it minus 50 odd points? Any team, regardless of whoever it is, when you've got like a minus 50 odd plus minus 50 goals in the league. You deserve to go down. I remember, we all remember Derby, that Derby County side, probably one of the worst teams in Premier League history, but Leeds has got to be down there in relation to not scoring goals, heavily reliant on the likes of Rafinha. Patrick Bamford has been injured as well, so it'll be intriguing to see how good the promotion teams do, if they react, in terms of, obviously you got the playoff final anyway. Luton did get beat, but Fulham coming up as well, Bournemouth coming up as well, how well they do go into next season, because could be a lot of teams looking around themselves next season, like the likes of Burnley, Everton. Probably Fulham will get relegated again, but you never know. That's the beauty of football. Origi deserves. Let me know your thoughts as well on the main story. Obviously, we're speaking about Divock Origi. We would be sad to see him leave next season, but I'm more happy for himself, really, to see Div. Hopefully, it's off the back of winning the Premier League and the Champions League, as well as the League Cup and an FA Cup, but you never know. But it's a massive, massive week for Liverpool Football Club. And if you want to keep up to date on all things and just get involved with all your Reds, wherever you'll be watching around the world, just enjoy these moments. So it's what it's all about. Origi, just from Danny, Origi deserves more game time. Now he's 27 or something now, so he's happy for Danny's happy for his sake, concurring what I've just said there as well. Origi was such an important player for us. Shame, you must be gutted that he's going, but he will be a legend for you. 100% there, Luca. 100%. He probably could do a job at Arsenal. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure Arsenal would have been in for him. But yeah, he was, mate, 100%. Let's get to everyone's comments as well. Keep on getting your comments in as well, everyone. Make sure you are smashing that like button as well. Really just help the channel grow. Absolute bloody legends. Minamino, I will be getting to every single one of your comments. Apologies, I'm a bit slow reading the comments. I'm making sure that I don't miss anyone's comments. Absolute legends. Danny, Minamino is a good finisher. Apart from that one against Arsenal, but he's clinical overall, I think. Yeah, Danny, 100%, mate. I haven't got the stats. Chat, you'll know if you can get the stats up and put them in the comments. But I think his Minamino this season, I think he's had like 10 shots. So it's like his last 9 shots have gone in the back of the net. And you can't get any more clinical than that from Takumi Minamino this season. You couldn't have asked for any more, really. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And you never know, could it be Taki or Eddie getting the last-minute winners to win Liverpool a Champions League or Premier League? You never know. Or it's going to be some weekend on Sunday. It's going to be absolute bloody utter carnage, not just at the top of the Premier League, but in terms of top 4. And the relegation zone as well. It's great to see. Whatever happens, if Liverpool do win the league, it'd be great. It'd be more than great. I think all of us will be running around like absolute madmen, celebrating. Let me know what you'd do if Liverpool did win the Premier League. What have you got? Champagne on ice or whatnot? Let us know. But where you'll be watching it as well. Will it be with your family members, your mates in the pub, or let us know. Chat as well. We'll spot on there, Danny, as always. LFC Aaron, nice one, mate, for tuning. Massive, long-time subscriber as well, like a lot of you. Absolute legend, mate. Thank you very much for the message, Aaron. But he's gone with Jack. What do you make of Everton's pitch invasion tonight? It's emotion, Aaron, innit? I know we've a lot of Liverpool fans might think different, but obviously me living in the city and having a lot of relatives and mates, it's great for them. They've not had a lot to celebrate, but it was massive. Merseyside teams, and I include Everton as well, they're a passionate bunch. They are like, they live, breathe football. Like it's a massive city, Merseyside, and from both clubs. And obviously we've seen them greeting the coach in. Supposedly it was cop-out behaviour, but they've taken to welcoming, and I'm all for it, mate. Any team really, that's what you want. You want to see teams, especially in Dutch football. I don't know if anyone's been, but Dutch football is similar. Like it's massive in terms of coach greetings. GM football, the fans are so passionate as well. But it's all that emotion from speaking to all my Everton mates this season. They've been up and down, up and down, up and down from the emotions, and that it come onto the pitch quite rightly, because that's all football's all about. It's all about emotions, and the right emotions, really, most importantly. There's a lot of great Everton fans out there and a lot of great Liverpool, but you do get the odd silly sausage from every single section of every single fan base, but the large majority of every football fan is absolutely sound, and it's great to see. Obviously, a lot of you probably did want Everton to go down, but I was 50-50 all season. I know a couple of my videos will be like, oh, great, it'd be great to see Everton down. But if you think about it, if I think about the city and the revenue that brings in to have two massive Premier League sides in England, like in the Premier League, and especially two of them being from Merseyside, the revenue it generates to the Premier League as well. Be up, Aaron. Hope you are well as well. Nice one, mate. Hi, John. Okay, so hope you're all well, pal. John, mate. Hope you're spot on there, mate. 100% need to stop these idiots on the pitch attack. Lanners, is anything happened, mate? I'm not too sure if anything's happened. Obviously, I wasn't watching the Everton game, but let us know, Lanner. Yeah, it's. On a positive, got my Champions League final ticket today. Go ahead, mate. Absolute legends. Keep safe travels, mate. Hope you have a lovely time over there, mate. That's great. Sing your heart out, mate. I know you will be. Everton, mate. I think it was. I've seen an article. Was it last week or a couple of weeks ago, John? If you can elaborate on that, and obviously the points deduction, but Everton aren't in a great financial. They're in a financial mess going into next season. In terms of that's why it would have been catastrophic, really, for the Ev to go down with players on high wages. Because I know one thing, if they did end up in the Championship this season, a lot of the talk was a lot of their players are on high wages, and they hadn't taken into account if they did go into the Championship with all those players on high wages, they wouldn't have been getting a pay cut, and that would have been. We've seen Derby players, certain teams go down to the Championship with big wages, and it's very much taking them under, really, in the regulations, really. So, Scouser, if the Toffees want to release that second half on DVD, we'll make a joke. Proper football passion that was. I've refused to get beat. Great scenes. Yeah, and it's great to see Everton actually. the one time they needed the result, and the players actually stepped up. But obviously, when the dust settles, it's been an absolute shocking season for Everton. And the fact that Everton are in this position, I'm speaking to a lot of my Ev mates, and we've all watched that Everton side. There's a lot of players there that need to be gone, 100% gone out of that football club. But if they're still there next season, they'll be in the exact same position in which they found themselves this season. Divock, Fabian, nice one, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Divock will be a beast in Italy. The physical demands of the Serie A isn't as high as the English Premier League, and the level of defending is not as on the level as the English Premier League either. Obviously, I think me growing up watching those great Titanic battles against AC Milan in 07, we remember that one, and obviously in 06, the Paolo Maldinis, the Beressis of this world as well, and the Cannavaros, the legendary Italian, even Chiellini to that extent. He's been a tremendous centre half for Juventus in his playing career as well, Bonucci. So yeah, it'll be intriguing to see how do we feel, chat. Let us know, how do you think AC Milan will adapt, well, Divock Origi will adapt to time in Italy. Do you think, as Fabian said there, do you think it will be a beast? It'll be really good in Italy. For me, I think he will adapt really well, because he's got that electric bit of pace, especially obviously in Italy. Not all teams, but there is a bit more space in Italy compared to the Premier League, especially when you are playing for Liverpool Football Club as well. I know AC Milan are a massive club in Italy, but the fact that the majority of teams just park the bus in Liverpool when you play against Liverpool in the Premier League, the defending is a lot more higher standard. Anyone's seen a David Lynch article on Taki? No, Con, if you want to drop it in there, mate, or drop it to me on Twitter if you can, mate. I'll try and get it up for the chat. Yeah, as Fabian said there, with the amazing statistics. I know you all know your stats in there. Chat appreciated there, Fabian, and everyone that is putting all your comments in. 11 shots, 10 goals from Taki. Fabian, that comment speaks for itself, really, doesn't it, mate? Absolutely phenomenal from Takumi Minamino. I've got the champagne on ice, Jack, mate. We're doing it. Oh wow, we Joe? Yes, publish. To have a little run to the shop. Even all, how you doing, Gary? Did you see Vieira kick an Everton fan to the ground, Jack? I haven't seen that, Jose. It will be interesting to see if anything happens about that. But it wouldn't surprise me, mate. Like we've seen, was it the Sheffield United? Was it Billy Sharp or Sharp that got headbutted? Absolutely disgusting. That's what the whole fan base. One bloody absolute idiot in that Sheffield United game. But even still, it'll be interesting to see how both teams, if any of them do get any sanctions in relation to next season or whatnot. But it's not good to see. It's difficult when you've got that emotion as well. Everyone does stupid things when they're not defending that by all accounts. If that was Liverpool fans or anything, whatever, it's the emotion of football. But sometimes it does go over, and it's not good to see. I haven't seen the incident, Jose, so I don't really want to comment on it. But if that's the case, was he a bit mad? But obviously he's probably protecting himself. Anyone could be running at you, and you never know. But you don't want to start a fight with Big Patrick Vieira, do you? He'll absolutely batter you. Big Pat, he's a big lad himself anyway. Pretty sure he can handle himself. Darwin Núñez would be more than a replacement for Divock Origi, Gary. I know you keep on going about Núñez. I see him in the flesh, obviously, in the Champions League game when we played Benfica in that second leg. He got about 3-4 offside goals in that game, didn't he? But yeah, Núñez, I tell you what, if Liverpool could get him in, and if it meant that Divock Origi moved in the opposite direction, Liverpool have generated a lot of money this season. And obviously, if you look at the price of the new Liverpool kits, as always it is, if we have a good sale of kits going into next season, then you never know. Could pay for the Salah deal, could pay for the Salah contract, Mane contract, Jürgen's contract, and a cheeky bid for Darwin Núñez. You never know. But I think Liverpool would be high up in the pecking order, considering that we've just played them. I'm pretty sure after that game, Jürgen Klopp had the word with Núñez himself and just said, "Oh, good player there." Put his arm around him and said, "Do you fancy coming?" But you never know. That deal could already been agreed. You never know. They have broken FFP rules, mate. Oh, have they, John? Interesting, very much interesting. We're Everton, we're very lucky tonight. Yeah, Gary, as I said, I didn't watch the game. I was watching the Burnley Aston Villa game anyway. So let me know if anyone's seen the highlights. I'll be watching them a bit later on tonight. Port Vale fans attacking Swindon players after the pen. As it, mate, obviously, it's not really good stuff. I haven't seen the incident, mate, so I don't really want to question too much on it. But if that has been the case, fella, it's not really good scenes for, especially there's passion, then there's sure idiocy from not just football fans anyway. It's a small minority that wreck it for. I know there probably was hundreds of people on the pitch, but the whole fan base don't want to get tarnished by the odd idiot attacking. It's horrible. Some Champions League final. Bloody hell, no. Yeah. Vince, Jack, and fellow Reds, nice one, mate, for tuning in. Every single one of you. If you haven't already done so, make sure you're smashing that like button as well. Really just help the channel grow. Absolute bloody legends. It's a discussion about Divock Origi and obviously football in general. Anyone, if you want to speak about it and get it in the comment section below, we will discuss it tonight. Jack and fellow fans, another 6 points guaranteed on Merseyside for the pool next season. Great stuff, Eamon. Lord Divock, Kumar, thank you anyone for tuning in, mate. If you are new around here, anyone, hit that subscribe button down below. We've got such a lot, like a lot of Liverpool YouTubers, there'll be so much content, and hopefully you all do get involved anyway. But Lord Divock, he is, mate. What a bloody legendary player he was for Liverpool. And he's still got 2 more games to step up to, whether that be him or Taki. But North, I said, we'll wish the big man well, as he'll be a legend. And I was just, I was fortunate enough to meet him outside the ground. You'll never walk alone, Big Div. Oh, that's spot on there, North. And I know I don't know if you might have missed it. I think was a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago, we did pay for a couple of people, a couple of students in Liverpool for their degree. It was absolutely great from Div. He doesn't have to do that, but if you haven't seen it, I think pretty sure there's a couple of articles on Google. Just check it out, like Divock Origi uni graduation or something, and check it out. It was absolutely phenomenal stuff. Div obviously helping out the Liverpool community. Or obviously, I'm not too sure where the students were from, but it might have been from people from abroad to come and study in Liverpool, and it was fantastic. That shows you the type of character Divock Origi is. He doesn't have to do that, but that's just one of the great characters that have channeled this great. We've got so many great personalities in Liverpool's team, and it's the reason why Liverpool are competing on all levels on all fronts for the work in which Liverpool and the recruitment process and bringing Div into the club, and it's absolutely amazing, mate. Would you have wanted to have 50-50, Kumar? Obviously, me living in the city, mate, I've got a lot of family and a lot of not a lot of family Everton fans. Was the majority of us are Liverpool fans, but the odd couple. And obviously a couple of my close mates are Everton fans. But I think if people outside of Liverpool and probably a lot of Liverpool fans on Merseyside, I'm only speaking from my own point of view, mate. I was 50-50. If you go back on my channel, there'll be a couple of times where you have celebrated the F going down. But when I thought about it over the last week, I was like, it's great for the city to have 2 Premier League teams, 2 Merseyside teams in the Premier League, the money it generates and everything. But it would have been sad to not have a Merseyside derby going to next season. Would have been weird. Would have been weird not having them in the Prem. Taki didn't get a FA Cup winners medal. That's wrong. Are you sure? No, if he would have. I'm pretty sure he would have. It doesn't. Yeah, no, he would have. He would have got an FA Cup winning medal, mate. Obviously, he played in the preliminary rounds anyway, in I think it was round 3 and 4. Obviously, his goals against Preston as well. Sent that tackle. Yeah, let's quickly get that up on. Nice one, Con. Appreciate it, mate. I'll just quickly get that tacky article that Con has sent me. Been interesting to read this chat. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll get that up there. Nice one for that, Con. We'll just share screen here. Have a little look at this article. There we go. Let's get this up. So this is a nice one, Con, for that article. It's come from David Lynch. Interesting. Nice one, matey. Inter and Leeds, should they avoid relegation amongst the clubs eyeing Takumi Minamino in the summer? Ready to set an asking price of around 17 million for a player who has 12 goals from just 9 starts. That's interesting, that. Interesting, that, Con. And obviously an interesting article. Would you be happy, chat, with 17 million? For me, I'm 50-50. Especially if Taki did have the similar impact in which he's had this season in terms of his goal output. Especially if we are to see we'll be seeing Divock leave the club. But it's interesting. Who would Liverpool bring in? Oh Christ! Especially me and Carter, we'll be doing a lot of transfer videos going into the summer, because especially if Liverpool are to lose, if that is the case. Nice one for that, Con. Obviously, what David Lynch is reporting there. If bids of 17 million plus or 20 million coming for Taki, would Liverpool be happy to take that? And who would Liverpool go for in the summer? Gary loves a cheeky Nunes deal, but you never know. It would be intriguing. A lot of videos will be getting made on that, but nice one for that, Con. Really appreciate you sharing that, mate. And Con, if you're still in, just drop that link to that article in the chat, just so chat can go and check it out anyway after the show's gone, mate. A nice one, fella. Just seeing Jack, Everton could get points taken off them for what happened tonight. Really, John? Really? Because I've just jumped on everyone. I can't comment on what I haven't seen. So I've seen like people saying on Twitter. I've seen like obviously the Everton fans, the emotion of obviously getting the great 3 points today, but Evertonians cheering what the Lord is going on. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. It would be sad, especially obviously the fans of what would that mean for this season. Who knows really? Origi to win the league with a last-minute winner, Jack. Fingers crossed, John. That would be bloody lovely, wouldn't it? Div could leave with a Champions League medal. That would be 2. What a send-off that would be, Jack. Yeah, Gary, he's going to be pivotal in the chat as well. We can all agree. Still 2 massive games to go. Whatever happens in the league, but Divock Origi, hopefully, we're leading against AC Milan, and he scores like a second goal in the 85th minute, a bit earlier than that, but you never know. To see Liverpool winning our 7th Champions League potentially. Oh, tell you what. Klopp complained about it. He didn't get a medal. Oh, is that the case, North? Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure Klopp would have give Taki his medal. That's the type of character Jurgen Klopp is. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp, if Taki didn't get one, I bet you my bottom dollar that I'm pretty sure. Do you reckon he's done that? Jurgen Klopp, I know he's, as North said there, that's a bit sad that he hasn't. There's probably regulations and the laws that you've got to play a certain amount of minutes, but I'm pretty sure Jurgen would have give Takumi Minamino his medal, Jurgen Klopp's medal to Taki, because he deserves it. He does deserve it. Oh, is that the case, John? Bloody yeah, it's a bit sad that, isn't it? Can't believe that, mate. Nah, Taki didn't get a medal and wasn't enough to go round. That's ridiculous, that, John, isn't it? Absolute shambles. You'd think, but I'm pretty sure John Jurgen would have give Taki his medal. Yeah, Jose, chat, let us know. Do you want Taki to stay? Especially if Taki has that same impact. But Jose's agreeing with their chat as well. I want Taki to stay, Jack, 100% there, mate. For me, I'd love him to stay, but if you're getting bids of excess of 17 million plus for him, then you never know. Liverpool could have their eye on a potential replacement. I think Taki is happy with squad role, and he's a great character, and we need squad players, and he's a decent player, so I hope he stays as well. Kumar, nice one, mate. Me too, mate. But yeah, as Connor said there in the chat, that's the link if you want to just check it out, everyone, to the Takumi Minamino article, which we did show then. Klopp likes a tight squad. I don't think Taki will make the cut. Interesting, Eamons. Very interesting. There's going to be a lot of news stories getting generated after the league's finished. And you never know, especially Liverpool behind closed doors. I think Liverpool, if we were to get rid of Taki, or obviously Divock's leave, and that's more or less agreed from the article from the Athletic tonight, today, sorry. If those two do go, I think Liverpool behind closed doors won't publicly announce it, because especially Liverpool are trying to get players, not out the door, but if teams are bidding for our players, like that, the squad players, really, I think Liverpool are trying to play a bit of chess, really. Don't want to be putting all our cards on the table or whatnot. Bit of poker, really, with other clubs around Europe saying, because if we said, oh yeah, we're getting Nunes and other clubs around Europe going, oh yeah, sounds. Does that mean you're gonna let Taki go for a bit more cheaper? Nah, I think we'll probably wait to announce a deal until we've got 1 or 2 players out the door. Really interesting. No one has mentioned Salah not signing his contract. Yeah, it's weird, Gary. I think a lot of the videos we will be doing this summer. Oh Christ, I can't be dealing with Fabrizio Romano tweeting every single hour of every single day in the summer, going, "Oh yeah, Salah's going, Salah's this." Yeah, But yeah, I can't wait for it, mate. It'd be good for the thumbnails and the titles, mate. But getting the views in. Klopp has asked for the FA to send more medals, Jack. Klopp's give his away to Taki. Oh, has he, John? I thought he would, mate. I haven't seen any articles about that, but that's shambolic. Typical FA. Christ. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. How you doing, Rich? Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Yeah, there will be a lot of shows. Hope you had a good streaming. I've been enjoying your FIFA videos, mate. Keep it up as well, mate. Absolute legends. And thank you for tuning in, everyone. If you haven't already done so, make sure you're smashing that like button as well. Really just help the channel grow. Hope you're having a lovely night anyway, morning, wherever you are. If you are waking up in the morning, watching this on the repeat. Journalists, yeah, spot on there, Kumar. Journalists tend to link players to clubs for hype. Yeah, hit the nail on the head there, fella. Most of our deals are unexpected deals. Long may that continue. Absolutely 100% there, Kumar. And obviously, if anyone's new, I think we've spoke about it already over the last couple of months. And when Liverpool have done deals, it's Fabrizio doesn't know too much on deals. He tends to say that he knows a lot about Liverpool transfers, but I think the Diaz news did get broken. I think it was one South American journalist spoke about it first, and then Fabrizio quote tweeted, and then was like, "Oh yeah, I've just tweeted Diaz to Liverpool." But because of his following, Fabrizio, it's more or less everyone thinks that Fabrizio's like broken the news, when in reality it's a lot of the not lesser known journals, because obviously they're quite big in South America. They tweeted, and then a lot of the traction, and the big agencies, news agencies, and then I reported on it because it was massive news. It was like, hey, what a bloody signing he's been. Jack, I think Salah is going. Oh, Gary, yeah. We're going to be having so many false news. There's going to be so much news going. That's why I just want us to just hopefully get the Champions League over the line, get potentially another Premier League. You never know, but I think we all expect City to win it. But you can always hope, with hope in your heart. Football can be a funny game, like we've seen tonight anyway. Bit madness. But yeah, we'll have all those Salah going, rumours going all over the gaff. I wish we had more unexpected deals. You get better value. 100% there, Rich. And I think that's one thing, like when I've been speaking to you, mates, in relation to when we spoke about Liverpool's transfers. That's when I think everyone agrees the Fabinho deal with madness. I think it got broken like 2-3 hours, or like a good hour or two beforehand. It was after the Champions League, wasn't it? And it come out with the blue. Anyone saying that they knew about this deal is chatting absolute nonsense, really, because it come out of the blue, really. The only people that knew about it was Liverpool. And that's how business should be done, because you get a lot of clubs coming in for certain players, but if you can get like the right structure within a club like Liverpool have got currently, a lot of the news gets broken like behind closed doors, and as soon as it's on LFC's website, you're like, "What bloody hell? Where's this coming from?" Long may it continue there. Bet the war chest rumours come out first. Yeah, Cuba. Well, we should all be having bets on the channel, like using channel points and everything. Like, oh, I was gonna say, everyone, if you're watching this on the repeat, try and pick a top 3 titles. Yeah, I'll give you before you go to bed after once this video. Well, it'll be getting uploaded, but make sure you put in the comments. Do you like top 3 headlines going into next summer? What do you personally think it will be? Will it be Salah's? But if you were a journalist, or if you were like a journalist publication, a newspaper, like for the Liverpool Echo or Liverpool's website, or like the rumours, let us know what the top 3. It doesn't have to be Liverpool rumours, but what you reckon will be the 3 biggest headlines going into next summer, not just for Liverpool, but what it would be. One of them's got to be Kylian Mbappe. Oh, Christ. I think he's meant to be announcing his move to whether it be Real or PSG. Tell you what, the money, chat, just going off course here, but the money he's getting off of the PSG, he's getting shares in PSG, whenever, isn't he? Modern day football for you, bloody madness. Romano is a cut and paste artist, Jack. He's still, give Fabrizio one thing, he has the fact that he's got so many followers, it's amazing. I mean, he's a very good journalist. I'd love to have him on the channel one day, but I think you'd have to pay for his services, and quite rightly, because he's a very good journalist. And but there's a lot of great Liverpool-based journalists that are happy to come on, and I've seen a lot of great interviews from a lot of channels as well. It's absolutely fantastic that they do take the time out to come on everyone's channel. It's absolutely fantastic. Hopefully in the summer, it'd be great if we could get a couple of the Liverpool-based journalists if they're free and available. But yeah, Fabrizio, it's the thing. He's the top of his game, innit? He's got like 7 million. I was going to say billion. 7 might as well, because everyone believes Everton is gospel. Yeah, like I think he's got 7 million followers on Twitter. Chat. Let us know how many followers has Fabrizio got on Twitter. Bloody madness, innit? Bloody madness. Let's get to everyone's comments before we do shoot off. Have you seen the Everton pitch invasion? No, I haven't, Doug. I know a lot of people were saying in chat. I don't really want to comment on what I haven't seen, mate, but it will be interesting. Yeah, Kumar's going with a publication that he potentially say it would be Liverpool linked with 80 million swoop for Jude Bellingham. Some journals would do that. Oh yeah, it will be the Jude Bellingham links, and there will be. It's. I know where I've done it. I put my hands up here. I've done it when we've been speaking about Kylian Mbappe. One of my best best Kylian Mbappe videos. Best videos on the channel was about Kylian Mbappe. So I'll put me in that bit for Brazil Romano clickbaiting articles anyway. But yeah, I think that would be. Oh, we'd love Kumar to tell you watch that as well. Imagine if we somehow got Jude Bellingham. I think we have been linked with his Job Bellingham, and the younger lad, the younger brother of Jude, but he's meant to be a very good player for Birmingham as well. I think Liverpool missed a trick on him going to Dortmund, to tell you. If you're like a chief scout in like these big clubs in England, you're like, what were you doing? Like, what were you doing? The fact that you've just allowed them to go, not allowed, but you'd think Birmingham would have been speaking to a lot of the big clubs in England. But I think the main thing with Jude going to Dortmund was he was guaranteed first team football. Something that a lot of the big clubs in England probably wouldn't allow or wouldn't like agree to in terms of the contract. That's probably one of the main reasons he went to Dortmund, really, wasn't it? Yeah, no, if the media will be linking our squad with other teams in the build up to the Champions League. Yeah, they will be to try and disrupt and disrupt our preparation 100% North. It's part of the game. We've all been supporting Liverpool, and on whatever team you do support, it's part of the game. And sometimes Liverpool do play that as well. Being considered for sporting. But yeah, it was Kuma. Some newspapers put Mbappe being considered for owner of PSG Sporting project. Oh yeah, I've seen that, Kuma. It's absolutely madness, isn't it? But that's the thing, though. I think in the next 20, 30 years, players will eventually be bigger than clubs. I think certain players, like we've seen leave Liverpool, think that they're bigger than the club, and they're not. Players will never be bigger than the club, but the sheer money that is getting involved with Haaland going to City, and the money going into the fact that they're offering Mbappe like shares in the club, like that's mad. That is massive. That's like it probably has been done in the past with certain like players like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Messi. Pretty sure Ronaldo and Messi had like shares in Barcelona, Real Madrid to keep them tied into their contracts. And obviously image rights, it's massive now in modern day football. Liverpool was signing a striker in the summer. Hopefully Gary, obviously need to replace Divock Origi. To tell you, we've already spoke about Divock's importance to Liverpool over the last couple of years. He's been massive, like he has been. We will need to replace that quality in which he did offer to the squad. I wonder what year Bellingham will retire for the younger brother then. Birmingham would retire for the younger brother. Yeah, Kumar was mad, isn't it? He retired the Jude Bellingham's number. Chat Kumar, you probably know what number was it that Birmingham retired for when Jude left for Dortmund, was it? Was it like one of his academy numbers? Great, this from Eamon. Great to have a Champions League final to look forward to. Nice week ahead for us Red. Yeah, Eamon, chat, let us know before we do shoot off. We'll go for another 10 minutes. Really do appreciate you all tuning in, absolute legends. where we just be watching the game. We just be going to the local pub, or we'll be having family rounds, and wherever you are watching, let us know. As we'll be having a couple of lads round anyway. It's close mates and that, but yeah, a couple of my mates have got tickets. I did get offered a ticket today, but obviously I, I couldn't afford it. It was bloody madness, the prices of flights and everything. But Sean, if you're watching, love you, mate, and thank you for absolutely good, mate. Anyway, I think me and him share the season ticket. Well, it's his season ticket anyway, but he allows me to go. I'll be happy just to go to one game anyway to watch the Reds. As we've said, tickets to Anfield or tickets, European tickets, they're like gold dust, really. But yeah, nice one, matey. I thought it was a 22 shirt number. Oh, was it? Oh, not too bad, that, mate, is it? But Reds, we are watching on the repeat. Get involved. Your thoughts on Divock Origi, the GOAT, set to leave to AC Milan. I quickly get the article up anyway. We'll have a quick dive. As you can see, just get official confirmation. This is from James Pearce from The Athletic. I'd love to get James Pearce on the show one day. He's been very busy. If you're thinking of obviously following journalists on Twitter and people to trust and really take good information off, give James a follow anyway. He's one of the most credible journalists in relation. Obviously, he's working for The Athletic now. Used to work for the Liverpool Echo, but as you can see, this was reported today anyway, around about midday. Liverpool, Divock Origi agrees personal terms with AC Milan, and he was quoted as tweeting here. Liverpool forward Divock Origi has agreed personal terms with AC Milan, while a contract has not yet been signed and a medical has not taken place. The City side appear to increasingly certain to be the forward's destination when his Liverpool contract expires in the summer. Obviously, Liverpool are mulling over a lucrative offer from Milan. So, absolutely 27 years old. He is Divock Origi. I think now is the perfect time in it for him to not pack his bags, but he'll go to Milan, or Milan more or less looking like now, as that article was just referenced. With all our hopes and all our love, Divock, he's always welcome on Merseyside, forever and always, even when he's like grey and old, like all of us. But we'll be seeing him in the Legends Lounge. Pretty sure when he retires at Anfield, he's always got a seat at Anfield waiting for him. Favourite moments from Origi, Kumar, great comment, mate. Chat, get them in. For me, it's going to be one of the Everton ones, but for me, it's got to be that corner taken quickly. That is such a difficult goal to score, isn't it? I know it looks like a tap-in, but the ball bounces. We've all watched that goal like a million times, haven't we? Obviously, the great quick thinking from Trent with that ball in, but the fact that Divock's like kept that ball as low down as he possibly has, it's absolutely amazing, mate. So it'd have to be the Barcelona one, mate. Obviously, the winner, the Barcelona winning goal, and probably his Dortmund goal as well. Would you say, Kumar and chat? Get your favourite Divock Origi moments in chat as well before we do shoot off. But his Dortmund goal, I think that's got to be up there as well. It's Dortmund goals really, and that over the two legs. Divock will score loads of goals in Italy. Chat as well. If you are watching this on repeat, let us know how many goals do you think Divock Origi will score in the Serie A next season. Really, let us know. Jaco really went down when the good journalists left. Yeah, 100%, mate. There's still quite a lot of good journalists there in the Echo. But obviously, I think peak Echo, they had like obviously James Pearce and a lot of the great, obviously journalists. I don't know if Paul Joyce. I don't know if he still writes for the Echo, but I think he writes for the Telegraph now. But Paul Joyce is another great journalist to follow as well. If you don't follow him on your socials or Instagram and everything. The goal against Everton, the rebound off the crossbar, thought it would be Gary. Yeah, it's got to be that, Annie. Chat as well for yous. For me, it's the 96 winner versus Yev. And then for Kumar, it's the Barcelona goal. Well, one of the two. Champions League goal, that's the other way for Champions League. Jose, yeah, I was trying to think that as well. Sheer weight, like I cried my eyes out because like I was sat there in a pub crying with all my mates going, I wasn't asked. That's what Liverpool does to you, innit? Reds, like we'll be crying our eyes out when we hopefully win our 7th one. Come what next week, whether you go in the game, but yeah, it's what Liverpool does to you. That's what you love. I was like a big bloody baby, crying with bloody eyes out. As soon as that ball hit the net, and you're like, the release of tension, really, because you never know what's amazing. Ian Rush Muro looks great, fantastic player for us. Yeah, Eamons. I'll probably, if you want me chat as well, I'll probably go down there, a couple of lads, and like take a couple of pictures or a little video highlighting, because I know a lot of you, so many great murals. I'll try and get a little video out if you'd be up for that. Let us know in the comment section below. But yeah, it's an amazing mural, Eamon, and we're just so blessed to have so many great legendary players, like icons of Liverpool Football Club. Still not City, haven't got. They haven't got that many bloody legends. Well, that's the beauty. There's more Liverpool Football Club in the 70s, the 80s, the 2020 players now. Salah, if he does sign a contract, he will go down as one of Liverpool's greatest players. Stevie G, yeah, of course. Don't do a job against the Villa, isn't he? But chat, thank you so much to every single one of you that is tuned in tonight. Yeah, that would be a legend of a striker. Nice one, Cuba. I'll try and get that sorted for you. Obviously, I've got to come up with a lot of if you've got any ideas for shows as well in the summer post this season, just like get your comments, get your ideas, and I'll set the title for all your show ideas as well. It's your shows, Reds, as well, but. What a bloody legend. What a bloody striker he was. So many legends like Gary. Too right. But Reds, and obviously rival fans that have tuned in, we do appreciate all the support, as always, everyone. Absolute bloody legends. We will be having our pre-match build-up show tomorrow. If you want to get involved, just drop us a message in the comments or drop us a follow on Twitter at JackMacLFC on Twitter, everyone. And I'll send you the link, and you're welcome to come on as a panelist, or if you want to get your thoughts on the big game on Sunday. It's going to be madness, absolute utter carnage. So we've got that tomorrow. Probably been in around 9-10 p.m. anyway, coming out tomorrow. Hopefully get a couple of lads and ladies on anyway. But Jack is a legend. No, mate, use the bloody legends. Kumar, Gary, Eamon as well, Jose. All the Toms, Doug as well, Rich as well. Thank you for tuning in. John Moore, so many of yous, and absolute legends. You make these shows. I'm just here to talk about the footy and that. But I'm more bothered about you getting involved in the comment section below and the amazing football community that we've got on this channel. But thank you to every single one of you for tuning in tonight. If you have got involved in, a lot of you have got involved in tonight's live stream. But if you are watching this on the repeat, hopefully for next season, I will be potentially getting all these videos in podcast form, because I know a lot of you do work or if you're out and about driving. Obviously, if you can listen to it on podcast form, it'd be a lot more easier for everyone. But lads and ladies, have a lovely rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow for our massive build-up show at Liverpool versus Wolves. And obviously, we'll be speaking about the big game of Stevie, yeah, of course, doing us a job, hopefully, against City. You never know. But nice one, boys. Cheers. Absolute legends. Reds, I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. You never walk alone, Reds. And look after yourselves and keep safe and keep well as well. Up to Reds. Come on.
Shut up and sit down.